What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We got Alien the Alien here.
Should be good.
Yes, sir. We're putting the wheels on the side of the house because we're doing a lot of house remodeling and stuff over here. We're cleaning up a lot. But we got some fun stuff today. Hopefully by the end of this video, we have a new exhaust that's a little bit quieter for the G because you guys know. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the G in real life. Austin, how loud is the G?
It's pretty fucking loud. Like, you stand behind it and he fucking redlines that shit.
Bro, it is bad. So like I showed you guys before, the tip that I got for the car, it's just gonna be a temporary tip. It's an eBay little turn down, but it was the same price as anyone, and I think it looks it's pretty cool. So we're gonna put that on today, but first we're gonna do some much needed maintenance to the G. You guys know, if you guys haven't seen the last video, go check it out. But we had to replace a radiator inside the Z because the last one cracked after we put these new wheels on here. And you know, ever since the last video, the wheels have really grown on me, and I think I really like them now. So we're gonna finish bleeding the radiator. We think I'm pretty much done. I snapped that little back thing right there, the bleeder screw, and I had nowhere to buy one. I called Costless O'Reilly's, none of them had it. I found a bleeder over here, so I didn't have to wait for one. I could just pop in this one that I got from old Z from a while ago. So right now we're gonna pull off the intake. We're gonna pull off the intake plenum, and we're gonna change the coil packs because the coil packs need to be replaced. They don't really need to be replaced, but it might as well just put some on there because, yeah. I also bought an injector because if you guys remember when I was swapping this engine, the injector right here was broken and I got it to work, but I'm gonna put one in there just in case because yeah, it was broken and I just want to make sure this thing's running perfect. So we're gonna start popping off everything and get the coil packs banged out with my impact and a good fancy 10mm. I think we should be able to pop this thing off real quick for the boys. 3 minutes in, we already got the intake manifold and the plenum off. We got Austin learning a lot, pulling off each coil pack one by one. If you pull them off all at the same time, big chance that you will plug them back in at a different angle, and then that's a nightmare because you want to put them back in the same one, because if you don't, then it'll fire at a weird mismatch.
Ratchet or
just leave them all loose, and then we're gonna go in there with a tiny 10mm and then torque them down like that. So
nice.
Yep, one by one all the way up the side, and then coil packs will be done. And then I'm gonna turn the car around, jack it up, rip off that exhaust, and then we're gonna start on the new exhaust. All done with the coil packs and the injectors. Hopefully it made it run a little bit better, but I still have to install these two O2 sensors when I take off the exhaust. But with my luck, it's not gonna start, but hopefully it does. The camera died, but it started, and it sounds actually pretty mint, and it feels really good. Before, I used to have a random misfire check engine light, but obviously I have 100 check engine lights because of the swap. But I also need to do the knock sensor and a couple other things like the O2s and stuff, but I think that did a lot. We're gonna let it get up to temp right now because I just bled it, so hopefully I don't need to bleed it anymore. These are a nightmare to bleed. Pop that on, get the HKS this way, and we should be good. Sounds actually pretty good right now, which I'm pretty stoked about. We're gonna go for a drive when this gets a little bit more warmed up, and hopefully it feels a little better. Everybody hates me. It sounds way different. Do you hear that?
yeah,
it sounds way different. Wow, I'm stoked.
There we go.
Definitely sounds different.
It does.
So you guys might have been wondering by the title of this video. This happened before I made the last video with Austin was there, and it was a really weird situation because in all the times that I've sold cars and sold wheels and sold parts, I've never really encountered this, and it really hit me from the side. So I went to go buy the AO to hand wheels that are on the car right now. We met him across the bridge in Portland, Oregon, and the deal was for $420 for the wheels. Okay, cool, that's a great deal for these wheels. They usually go for about $700 if you look for them on Marketplace 420, that's a good deal. I brought 420, I counted it 5 times before, literally in the car. I counted it in front of him, and then I gave him the money. I saw him count it. We unloaded the wheels, and then as we were about to leave, we said peace out. He comes back to the car and he says, hey bro, you only gave me 320. And in my head I was like, did I only give him 320? Like, that's kind of weird. And then I was like, no, I saw him count it. He counted it before. He already knew it was 420. I think he might be capping right now. So I basically got a little mad. You can agree with that, Austin. I got a little heated, and I was like, you can follow me back to my place because I know how much money at my house is, and then we'll figure it out from there. So I said, follow me. And then on his way back to his car, he didn't even make it all the way back to his car. He turned around and says, oh bro, my homie dropped $100. My homie dropped $100 of it under the seat.
Yeah, right.
And it made no sense to me. And I was like, bro, don't mess with me like that, because we're about to go back to my house. And I was about to give you another $100 if my money was wrong. You know, if I made an honest mistake, I would give him the $100. But he was trying to shortchange me, just like at a gas station when somebody gives him $20 and he's like, turns around and says, oh, I gave you a 50, bro. And he tries to get money, which happens all the time at gas stations. But he tried to do that to me. So what I want you guys to learn from this situation is to always count the money in front of them and count it literally bill by bill and give it to them bill by bill. Because I can see that really happening to someone with even more money. Say you're buying a car for $4,000 and he said, you only gave me $3,000. That could fuck somebody's whole day up, right? And it was just a shitty situation. And there's people like that out there, which is shitty for, not for me because I got a good deal on the wheels, but for him because now, the worst part about it is that the guy had a mutual friend. We had a mutual friend together, and I told that friend, and he messaged him and he was like, yo bro, why'd you try to, you know, cap with my homie? And he was like, nah bro, it wasn't like that, but it was like that. And you could see it on his face, huh? Yeah. He was lying. He was lying hard, and I just want you guys to beware that there's people like that trying to scam your money, and this one's for you guys. It's not going to pop anymore at high RPM.
Probably won't, no. Oh, okay, nope. Never mind.
I feel like it did gain a little bit of power, because the problem was before I did the coil packs, it had a random misfire. It doesn't necessarily mean that a coil pack was completely bad. It could have been getting half the spark at a certain amount of RPM, and then the other half was, you know, at idle or something like that. And that would mean, you know, at a higher RPM it's getting full spark, but at idle it's not. So I definitely think that it could have, it definitely helped out doing those coil packs. Probably didn't need to do it, and I probably didn't need to do the injector, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, true that.
A couple days have passed since the last clip. It's been a roller coaster in my life, and I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to keep my head up. I'm trying to get everything in a row, and I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get through this, but I'm gonna peace out here. Sorry we didn't get to get around to welding the muffler on. I actually welded it to the piece. I just need to weld it to the car, but as of right now I really don't have a perfect spot to do it at, but we're gonna figure it out, boys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna peace out. Have a good night, guys, and wish me luck.